Today on Brutal Honest Reviews, we're going to be looking at the G90. The G90 is Line 6's premium guitar wireless unit. I got the rack mount version of this and to put it in my rack because, hey, I got a rack, so let's put it in there. Reason I got this is because my bass players kept stepping on my cable live and ripping me out and making me miss out on some really cool parts in the song and making me look stupid and getting my cable put back into my guitar. So I decided, hey, let's get a nice wireless unit, and the G90 looked like the one for me. So on first glance, the G90 looks sleek, sexy, and looks like it is a beast. And quite frankly, it is. I found that this unit didn't really have too many flaws in it in terms of sound, dropouts, and just overall user friendliness, which was great for me. I didn't even really read the manual and I pretty much understood the thing right out of the box. So A+ for Line 6 on that. Like I said, in terms of sound, I didn't receive, in some wireless units you kind of lose a low end, a little bit of low end. Maybe you don't get enough of the kick out of the guitar as you want it to. Maybe you lose some saturation, and maybe your notes don't feel as, maybe you're playing a little harder to get the notes out that you want. On the Line 6 G90, I can happily report that I did not I didn't really experience any of this stuff. It was pretty much easy to use, and I pretty much got the sounds out of the chords that I got. So pretty happy on that end of things. Dropouts, I mean, that's the big thing that we all worry about with wireless units. Did I experience dropouts? I experienced one, maybe two dropouts, but it was after me walking like almost 100 feet away from the unit behind a wall. Like, you know, it was a wall separating us. So unless you're playing extremely far from your rig, I think you'll be fine. Like I said, it was between a wall, and I don't think there's too many venues where your gear's on the other side of a wall. Now, let's get to the bad things. So there is this weird thing going on. I don't know if it's the transmitter, I don't know if it's the receiver, I'm not sure what's going on, or it's my guitars, but there's this weird volume swell issue going on, volume interference, tone, pickup selector thing going on. Every time I switch, you know, every time I turn up the volume knob or turn it down, I get this weird interference thing going on. And also when I'm changing pickups, which I do quite a bit, there's a lot of more pop in this guitar than in the amp come from the amp as usual. So the demonstration I'm going to show you, this is the guitar I'm using. It's a, like I said, an Ibanez, and here's the transmitter. I'm going to turn it on. It just has a little switch right here, turns it on. So see, we got stuff going on. Now you plug this in and you listen to this. That's just me turning the volume knob, you know, all the way to nothing. And like, that is extremely loud. Now let's use the switch. So if I use the switch, like, it pops every time I use the switch. Now I didn't know if it was my guitar or not, so I decided to use another guitar in this experiment. Alright guys, now I have my Beast Out RG8, and now I'm gonna plug it in to the RG8 to see if I'm gonna receive the same sort of volume problem. Yeah, it's doing it on this one too. See, it sounds good, but this whole volume, like, I don't get why this is so loud. Like, and I had to turn the gain down on the EVH for it to even work, so this is pretty big issue. But yeah, this is not good. And when you're paying about $400 to $500, even $600 for a guitar wireless unit, you need quality. And quality control here is, I don't know, not good. And I'm not the only one that's experienced problems like this. You can go on forums all over the internet talking about how the G90 has a lot of dropout issues, the same kind of issues I'm having with, I don't know, it reacting to the volume pot's weird. I'm not sure. But it's kind of unacceptable to have a wireless unit that's this much money have these kind of problems. Now, like I said, it might not be the receiver, it might be the transmitter, or vice versa. I'm leaning towards the transmitter because it's this weird cable thing going on. I can see that it's picking up, you know, some things that a usual regular guitar cable doesn't pick up. And quite frankly, it's not like, it's kind of bumming me out because I really like the way the unit sounds. I really like the way it's performed. It's just, this kind of stuff really bums me out. Here's a quick look at the transmitter of the G90, and as you can see, it looks pretty cool. Here's the back. The clip is a nice metal clip, very sturdy. And if you look at here's your display. You just turn it on with this little switch right here. It flicks it on, turns you on. Right here is where it says your channel, what channel you're on, all that stuff. You can even name it too, which is pretty cool. And it tells you battery life as well. So that's also a really cool feature of the G90, especially with its transmitter. So big props on that. So overall, if I had to rate the G90 from my experience alone, I kind of I had to give it, you know, I had to give it like a 5 out of 10 personally. I mean, that's average. You know, a 5 out of 10 is an average score for me. That's right in the middle. It's not, you know, anything it's below average, anything above that's above average. And if it wasn't so expensive, let's say if this was a $200 unit, it'd shoot it up to a 7 to maybe 8. But since it's about $500 to $600 and I'm experiencing this volume pot issue, I can't really give it a higher score than a 5. And I know that sounds a little mean and cruel, but man, if you guys pay that much money for a wireless unit to work well, there really shouldn't be any volume issues when you're, you know, messing with your volume. And you know, how dumb would that be if you're playing live and you're trying to be quiet and you're trying to slowly swell up your volume live, and all of a sudden you already hear this noise? It's gonna really kill the mood and people are just gonna think you're a real big asshole. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try getting a new receiver for this, and if I experience any problems with that receiver, or a transmitter, I should say. A transmitter, I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I kind of don't really want to use it live. So, I've been the Crumpers, and drink your chocolate milk. Please drink it. Have a good one. Bye, guys. Hey, if you like the song you heard in the beginning, check out my band Light Before Us. The song is called Terraform. The song is in the description below.